And it's the hour, we're live. Hello, hi everyone. Hi, you're watching Cryptic Hybrid. I'm Christian with Cryptic Hybrid, and you know what? I'm not alone. I am not
Hello.
alone. Hi, hi. Here with me I have Stephen Downey from Outsider Games, and Stephen, why are you here exactly?
I don't know.
Beside the fact that I called you.
Um, I'm here to talk about Wailing Heights, which is our body hopping musical adventure game, and it's launching on Steam on the 27th of April.
April 27th, yeah, so that's, well, next week if you're watching
Next
live.
week,
If you're
yeah.
not watching live, why are you not watching live? You should be watching live. Okay, but you'll see this video next week to on launch day should be available. So, Wailing Heights, as you can see it in, wait 1 second, because this should be on. I hope that Skype window isn't seen on the, no, it's not, it's good. It's alright, it's fine, it's just Steven's phone number, you can see it then. No, it's fine. It's fine. Why does Skype do that? That's annoying. I've never seen that before. Sorry. So yeah, you see Wailing Heights right here. Before we start, again, as Steven said, it's not your typical adventure game though, because you think adventure games point and click. This is not a point and click adventure game, and well, why did you make it different?
So I think the sort of recent adventure games I was playing are more
Boring.
controller-based adventure games.
Oh, sorry.
Hello?
Boring. Sorry, now I was saying, are they boring? The ones that
No. It's more like I prefer having sort of direct control. You know, like Valiant Hearts. That's a almost telltale where you actually control the character as you go along. But this time, I think there's been so many adventure games as well that you need something a little bit different to sort of try and stand out. I think we still do the same sort of thing where we try and keep a good story, we try and keep good interactions and good puzzles, but we also add on that sort of musical aspect to make things a bit different.
And good characters, definitely. Like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
You
that's
see a
definitely
lot of, yeah, and a lot of humor. Definitely a lot of humor, in Wailing Heights. So I'm going to just start the game, just a new game, so we can check it out a bit. And well, you see how many people worked on this game. And okay, new game, it's loading. It takes a bit to load, actually.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's got loads of really high
It's
res 2D art, so it takes a while.
which look amazing, by the way. They
Thanks.
look amazing. They do look amazing. And as you can see, that it's a little Halloween the theme, maybe. Let's call it like that.
Yeah.
After the tragic news of today's events and the loss of
And
the
this
last
is
surviving member of
GBB1,
Australia's greatest
no
ever
relation to
football
BBC.
Of course not. No, not at all. Yeah, but it's very I think there is a very sort of almost small town sort of UK Europe sort of vibe to it. Going with very old fashioned stately houses and buildings and such. Audio.
Sorry?
Is there no audio?
Oh, you didn't hear the audio on the.
Francis,
On the video?
boy, Francis, how are you, mate?
No?
Aye,
Oh,
boy,
maybe
you
maybe it's coming through
Finkelstein,
like
eh?
Skype instead. Or
Listen,
maybe I have my audio turned on.
Finkelstein, got you a gig. Yeah.
Wait.
Now
Let's
all
do some
four decades of
debugging
pushing up
live
daisies
because it
almost
should work.
immediately Everybody wants to get their hands on good old
Okay, if
Porky
it's
Finkelstein. Right,
anybody on the
mustache,
comments,
yeah.
if
Bloody day, eh? I mean,
if they can say
yeah,
that's.
but still, looks like your life's about to turn around.
No?
Ta-ra.
Oh,
Yeah. Any problem with the audio?
I can't hear
Can
any
somebody?
of the channel.
Huh? Sissy, can anyone confirm that we have audio? No? Gonna need some, sorry. No?
Have
Mr. Finkelstein. Francis Finkelstein.
Okay, can anyone on the chat say that they hear like? Because that will help us a lot. Yeah, I really have to lower the volume of the game, really. Like really.
Mr. Finkelstein. Francis Finkelstein.
The rest audio, it's just me.
Yeah.
It's funny, it's just me.
I just okay. On the chat say that they hear like. Ah, I can hear myself. Oh come on. Sorry. Yes. So we definitely have audio. So, sorry for that. It's just labor pains, right? Labor pains.
Sorry. I think maybe my earphones are put on Skype, so they're just taking audio from Skype. Possibly.
Yeah. They should take everything, but yeah. I blame Skype for this. I totally blame Skype. So you said the intro is very comic book style, I would say, right?
Yeah, I think the whole game is really comic book inspired.
Yeah, and if you saw the credits, everyone who saw the credits, like the team at Outsider Games, like just a couple of people at the end. So and everyone else is like it helped a bit collaborating here and there, and you can see on wailingheights.com, you can see on the blog, on the site actually, right? You can see a lot of posts about all the people who contributed to the game. So with the music, with the with the graphics. So tell me how that happened. How you got together so many artists, to help you along with Wailing Heights.
Yeah. So my background is as a comic artist myself. So I drew comics for a couple of years before I sort of moved sidewards in the games, and so obviously I have a lot of sort of friends and a lot of people in that community.
High places, yes.
Sorry.
High places, yes.
Oh yes. So so I basically reached out for people who are really awesome comic artists, like Glenn Fabry, who draws the covers of The Preacher. Paul Holden, who draws he's drawn Terminator, RoboCop, and Judge Dredd, and all these like. John McRae does Hitman and Spider-Man and Hulk, and also these just people who I just knew through the industry, and sort of asked them to come aboard at the very early stages and help us out with the design and trying to create a feel for the world. So you can see even straight away everything it looks very comic book style. You have those black lines and sort of flat colors. But then we ended up when we got the funding for the game, we brought on a full-time artist who's John McFarlane, and John ended up. It was meant to be me and him just drawing most of the game, but as I sort of take on more of a sort of director's role, I took a step. I probably ended up drawing about say a quarter of the game, but John drew the vast majority. He drew all the characters and most of the actual art. So yeah, so most of the art in the game is drawn by one guy, which is a lot of work. But I think
it is, because there's a lot of content in the game in terms of artwork and characters, and yeah.
But then, like you're saying, to sort of flesh out the background of the characters, we brought on some more comic artists and some comic writers to sort of do little origin tales, because I think you sort of play the game, and because it's such a multi-character game, not every character is central to the main story. So, but in Act 1, when you hop into their body, you get a little origin tale that is just their little story. That isn't really part of the main story, but it helps flesh out the characters and make them much more interesting.
Hey, so before we get to the hopping part, right? Because that's a big integral part of Wailing Heights, changing characters and body hopping, as you said, and it's in the description. We don't have to body hop just right now. This is like the first screen of the game, this first gameplay element, the first gameplay intro, I would say. Whatever, it's just first scene. It's first act, first scene, where we can see our character on the right, and he is the manager of this fictitious band. Are they real? Are the dead real?
It's a fictitious band.
It's a fictitious band, and they all died apparently. Which is unfortunate.
Right, sad.
But he's still alive. The manager is still alive, and you play the manager, right, in this game?
Yes. You're the manager, stroke songwriter, stroke talent, but you're not actually.
Oh, wait. What talent? What's his talent really?
He wrote all the songs, and he's the manager and wrote them all and got the band together. But he isn't actually in the band.
So he's Simon Cowell, right?
If Simon Cowell could actually write songs, then yeah.
Oh snap! All right, yeah, this we started okay. Okay, oh, right. Thank you for having this video taken down because Simon Cowell is going to. All right. Okay, so this is so basically the game starts with the last member of the Deadbeats, well, dying basically,
Yeah.
and you know your character goes off to just where
Place
does he go
called-
exactly?
Yep, off to Wailing Heights.
Which is nobody really knows, but you'll see it a lot in this game because
Yeah.
the whole game happens here. But right now we're in a prison cell, and you know, let's start. This is our lawyer, I guess. He looks shady, right? He's a ghost actually. He's a ghost, so it doesn't get more shady than that, I guess. And as you can see, you have some options. I'm scrolling through them right now. Well, there will be a bit of delay. I'm just scrolling through the from the voice to the audio, and you can choose multiple answers. Will that affect what the characters say and how the game plays?
Yes.
And sometimes okay, so that's good. So and the first choices are just you don't know who you are. See,
Well then. Seems you've
there's a
gotten
lot of
yourself into a bit of a muddle, Mr. Miss,
text in Wailing Heights, and it's all spoken, which is great. So if you don't like reading, this game is perfect for you because everything is spoken. Like, well, most of it. Your lines are not spoken, I guess, but well, you have to read, to know what you answer. But other than that, everything is,
Well,
smooth
I mean,
and,
each one is recorded because if you select each one, it's still spoken.
Well,
You know, so
that clears up the first
like,
question.
every single option is
Due to
spoken.
your
You just have to select one.
condition,
So I think it ended up being like
your case
5,000
file is
lines of
a
dialogue
little bit on
in the game
light
that was
side.
recorded. So yeah,
No,
a big,
actually.
a lot of art, a lot
That's
of,
the
a lot of
problem.
text, a lot of audio.
Personality aside,
which is a
you're
lot of
quite alive.
content, I would say,
And I'm
for an
afraid
indie
there are
game.
laws
Like
against that
having
sort of
that, like
nonsense in Wailing Heights.
that's Bioware level of
Technically, the target
Well,
of
maybe not
spoken
that.
lines.
threshold
Well,
of your
it's
current biological
yeah.
status.
And
We're
it was all done by
irresponsible
2 actors.
bomber. You see, we can't
Oh.
allow you to stay in
Really?
Wailing Heights.
Yeah,
wait,
so
wait,
like,
all
and
the
We
voices
can't
in the
let you
game?
leave.
all of them, yeah. So if you play it, I think they
Why
did
don't
a
you
really
have a
good job
pistol
on.
while we sort
They
this all
they
out,
sort of
eh?
specialize in regional accents around the sort of UK.
Wailing
So even though you sort of hear lots of different accents and lots of different voices,
Have I heard
it's all done by
of
David
course.
Fleming and
Bite me,
Rachel.
Finkelstein.
Rachel
Now I recognize
So just-
you.
just
You're
do-
old boy. Bite me, Finkelstein.
So I'm just going a bit
Classic.
faster too, because this is
Anyway,
what you
yes,
see in
that
a lot
fills
of
in your
adventure games.
history
There's
a
lots
bit.
of conversation, right, with
Think I'd be
various characters.
representing a
In
celebrity
this
today?
case, I'm just
Well,
talking with my not
occupation,
very collaborative.
lucky,
Like
comic
he's
relief,
not very nice. Let's
peripherally
say
attached
like
to
that.
the
He's not very
deadbeats.
nice. Our little soul guy. And I'm just going to wait a second.
Peripherally.
See, I produced all the records.
Yes,
That's what I
quite.
did.
Hey, do you want to hear something?
You can
funny?
skip pretty much everything. You can, flash through it. I do not
You'll
recommend
probably
flashing through
recognize the
Wailing
voice.
Heights because you're going to miss a lot of things, and And we're here to the audio finally.
No matter the crime, there's a legal loophole. So if you're feeling guilty, better call Saul.
Better Call Saul. That's of course a reference, and
No, of course
Saul
not.
Gould,
No, it's not a
public
reference
defender
at all.
for the
yes, come on. I remember. I distinctly remember that there was a TV show back in the 80s with David Hasselhoff called Better Call Saul. No, and you saw that little line. It's kind of his song, right?
Yeah, that's his little theme song. Yeah.
And each character that you can control has a theme song, right? That's so. Why did you go with that? Like it's like a fun presentation of the character, or just to integrate it with the theme of the game.
Yeah, I think a bit of both. We thought if we're going to do a musical adventure game, we shouldn't just tie down to one genre, and we should have a lot of fun with it, especially because of the sort of
Good, isn't it?
irreverent humor style in the game.
Let me get you some
So,
tea. I'll be right
Saul
back.
Goodman, his
Help
style
yourself
is
to a
barbershop
biscuit,
rap,
they're lovely.
and
Yeah.
which just a mixture is really like
Holy
some
smokes.
silly genres mixed
He's a
together.
Manchester monster.
So, but also like as you possess each person, as you'll soon see, you have to complete the lyrics. And yeah, and just each one has their own unique style of song. There you go. It's a song.
So before we get to actually this is he went away. We're on our own, and controlling is I'm using the keyboard just so you know, but Wailing Heights supports controller, gamepads, so you can choose that if you want. I'm just playing with the keyboard and just regular controls kind of. Very easy to pick up, really no issue, especially if you're on the controller, that's for sure. And yeah, he's just eating some icky stuff. But soon we'll be able to get out of here to the power of, well, something very. What makes you bunny hop? Like bunny hop? You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
hop through souls.
I mean, it's a
What
bit,
is this? Yeah.
There's no real scientific explanation behind it, but
No, but it's an artifact, right? That makes.
Yeah, we call it the possession wheel, and basically you're given this wheel that lets you add items onto it. It's sort of like a mystical wheel that you can add onto, and it's almost like a voodoo artifact because the songs are almost like voodoo spells. So you put the words, you put the right items in the right order, and then you can hop into the body. So it's not quite a physical object, but you can sort of interpret that as it's a scroll or it's a wheel.
And basically, in order to possess a character, you have to complete the wheel, right? Basically.
Yes, and then so there's a formula as most songs do. There's a very simple formula, and it's find something to love, find an item to hate, and find out their real name, and you use those 3 items to complete the wheel and the musical formula.
Which that would be nice to have. Can I 3D print that? Like the wheel. The wheel. Can I 3D print it? Do you have the? No?
Yeah, and it actually works in real life. It's great. Yeah,
that'd be amazing.
But you have to be a really good singer, so you have to.
Oh, that's okay. So you just saw on the screen like the inventory basically, which is really friendly, I would say. Just a bunch of bubbles that appear, and you see all the objects that you have on you, and it's very light. It's very not cluttered. That's what I liked. It's really not cluttered. It's just small things that you pick up and that you need progressing. You don't get to carry like 1,000 objects like in other adventure games.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of there's still a lot of things you can pick up, but it is very streamlined. And I think it makes those combinations really easy because every single person you possess needs 3 items, and that's really clear on the screen. And all your items are on the left. Obviously, at the start of the game, you only get the items you need, but as you go along, you get more items that you have to choose which items go into the wheel. But yeah, it's something that when I start a new game, especially if it's a new a new property or a new a whole new team, I do find it really difficult sometimes to get past that lots and lots of UI.
And biscuit.
And I find that if I'm only playing for an hour, I tend to come back the next night and sort of I've forgotten how to use the UI. So so on purpose, we sort of wanted to keep things really clean. Even though the puzzles can be quite intricate, the actual way you use the inventory is really simple.
Yes, sirree. Love.
So right here we're going to basically we get the wheel, right? We get the wheel at the start of the game, and we can only put it into practice, right? To get out of this cell basically. And the first character is Saul, which we're going to control, and by talking to the character and by talking to other characters, right, you discover those 3 elements that you need to complete the song, like the real name, something they love and something they hate. Basically, that's the discovery part, I would say, right? Find out, and it's you find out more about the characters, and at the same time you progress because you will be able to control them because of everything you found out.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the fun of creating these characters and the puzzles is that it's so integrated that you have to actually find out a lot about each character just to sort of move on in the game. So yeah, it was a really nice way of making the character personality really come to the front.
Yeah, you really get to know them, as you talk about them and listen to their thoughts even, because Spoiler, that's one of the things that
I haven't been comfortable
that you
with
can
any
do
of
in
this.
this game, because every character that you possess has a
Clause
different power.
1.1.0
Yep.
And
Each sort of like creature type has their own power, so
whereas
you'll sort of see what ghosts can
notwithstanding
do
in
pretty soon.
perpetuitas habeas defenstration
Okay,
of
1 second,
exceptio
just,
probat de regulorum deberis non exceptus blah 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 blah
oh my
blah,
god, he
blah,
talks
blah,
so much.
blah,
He's
blah,
definitely a
blah,
lawyer.
blah, blah,
Yep.
blah 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 nonsense.
And we now have the possession wheel and all the items that we need. Again, this was super easy because it's supposed to be like that, because it's the first time you use it. But you know, as you progress, you actually have to do the work in finding those three elements.
This is basically your extended tutorial, only it's worked into the gameplay and the story.
Okay, so just a quick space, and as you can see the possession wheel, there's going to be a small delay. Again, it's streaming. And we have the name, Saul Gulman, because yeah, he's a ghoul. Something he loves, these awful looking cookies.
Yep.
And something he hates, pens. Who hates pens? That's seriously like borderline, like psycho level of hate. Anyway.
It's broken pens. He hits pens that are broken. I don't know why.
Still insane. Still insane. I mean, this is just a pen. I mean, come on.
He likes his cookie crisp, but messy writing he can't handle that, and broken pen.
As you can see the musical element, and you found out his song, and body hopped. And now we control Soul. See, you have possessed Soul. Press I to, well, yes. So that's how basically how you bunny hop and bunny hop. Why did I say bunny hop? I've been playing too many shooters, I guess.
That's right, body hop.
It's not.
Sort of.
This is more fun. Yeah.
I mean, technically
so
he has
let's-
no body, but you know he's still still body hopping.
Yeah, that's to your advantage, right? So now
Yeah,
you
I guess.
control Soul, and since we're the lawyer, we can get out of here. Expedite. Oh yeah, that's a lot of play on words in Wailing Heights. Again, there's a lot of words that are written wrongly by by design.
Yeah, because basically you're not actually a lawyer. You're just you're a music manager pretending to be a lawyer. So Kevin Beamers, who wrote the script, he's so funny, but he's just it was the personality you wouldn't even thought to even add to someone, and he creates these
What
characters
sorts of
so
skills
well.
would those be then?
So right now, just
Wizard
you
parallel
go
parking.
out exploring with Saul, and right off the bat, you get kind of a mission that introduces your special ability, or his special ability, Saul's special ability, which is to become a ghost, so to become unseen, basically, right?
Yep.
And read people's minds,
Yep,
which
he's
is
basically eavesdropping
yeah.
on people is what we call it in the studio.
Yeah, because he actually doesn't really like. He just hears their thoughts sometimes. That's. I would have really liked to do that, like to all the characters in the game, except the zombies. The zombies are like very boring.
So
Okay,
far.
so we got well, no, boring as in you can. Their thoughts are brains,
Oh,
yeah, the
that's right,
usual
yeah.
dead girls and stuff. So okay, so now we're just going to our first mission. I'm just going to skip through it. This is not a tutorial, just so everybody knows. We're just going to show it. As you can see, the amazing graphics, and it's really detailed and really colorful. And I'm just going to ease up on this little guy over here, and he's.
Have any of these guys admitted
Oh wait,
to
I'm not. I'm talking to him actually. Sorry. This is the guard, and actually, spoiler. He's not a nice fellow. So now we're going to transform. See, I'm invisible.
If this day couldn't get it.
And well, all the powers, right? All individual powers are connected to the type of monster, let's say, or creature that the characters are, right? So Saul's a ghoul or ghost, right? So he turns invisible. Other characters, have powers that are representative of what they are. It's and you see right away. I'm just going to ease up on this guy.
Out so I can get home and start browsing people again.
And So tell me, you know, how was going through green light, for example? Because I know you went really fast to green light, and that happened in January, and now it's April, and you're already released. So did you wait longer, you know, until you had more to show, or why did you green light? I don't know, like last year. You know, because a lot of developers go on green light very early on, you know, maybe to get support, maybe, you know, get, I don't know, maybe they're scared of, you know, not getting the votes. Why did you wait until roughly 3 months before the game was ready?
Well, I think just there was a couple of different reasons. Like, I think we wanted to have something that was really good to show. We didn't want to have something that was just a half-hearted or too early stage.
I know who did it.
We wanted to sort of, because this is our first PC game. We did sort of smaller mobile games before. Because it was our first PC game, we wanted to have something, or sort of a trailer that had music, animation, you know, full proper art assets, and something that was almost finished. So just to try and create sort of a name for ourselves that wasn't, you know, that wasn't starting off with sort of rough art. So that, and then we're also talking to different people about talking to different publishers, talking to different, you know, about, and then just looking up what's the best way to publish. And a lot of the sort of, you know, a lot of sort of publishers we're talking to are saying, yes, we're better talking to you about console because we can't do much for you on Steam. Steam, you know, it's its own beast, you know, in that sort of way. So and that's what I thought. Yeah, okay, we'll sort of made the decision. Okay, we're ready to go with this really good sort of trailer, and we'll put it on green light. And we're very nervous, obviously, because, you know, no one who Outsider Games is, and just, you know, hoping for the best. And we sort of flew through. You know, I think it was 6 or 7 days before we were approved. So
Wow.
we were really happy.
So the response was really good.
Yeah, I was so happy.
Were you expecting? Were you expecting, like, well, maybe were you expecting? Probably you were expecting to get green light because, come on, you saw what you had, but were you expecting it to go that fast?
No, we're hoping. So, I knew that Steam did these sort of, they have a look on Greenlight every sort of 9 days, or, you know, maybe every fortnight, and you're just sort of hoping that by the time that, you know, you get up there, or that you're sort of in the top 100 by the time Steam looks at you. So I was hoping that we would definitely be greenlit within, you know, a few weeks, maybe like, you know, 3-4 weeks, but I wasn't expecting the sort of 6 days, so I was really happy with that. But it's also because, you know, obviously when you're a small developer at the start, you're getting feedback from other developers who you know and your friends and family, and, you know, some can be harsh in a way, but it's not really the same as actually showing your game to someone who might potentially buy it. You know, it's a different sort of thing. So we're really happy that people actually clicked, and all, like, I sort of had a fear of all the comments being really negative and really bad, but about 99% of the comments were all really, really supportive. So, like, yeah, it's a big thanks to, like, all the people on Steam Greenlight for helping us get through. Really, I was really pleased.
Stephen, just because people were saying on the comments, I'm not overpowering. I'm friendly. I'm friendly. No, can you turn up maybe your mic volume a bit higher so?
Sure.
It's nothing to do with your accent. We can all understand you perfectly. I'm kidding. No, really. I mean, come on. It's a really nice accent. I wish I had that accent. I mean, look, I sound like I'm from Hostel movies, like Russian.
Is that better?
Well, quite a bit of background noise, but hopefully should be alright-ish.
Okay, maybe try it. Do you want it a bit higher?
You went out of the studio? You're not in the studio anymore?
No, I am. But I think we actually work inside a recording studio. The people next door are recording some Irish traditional music. So even though it's meant to be soundproof, you may find some noise seeping through from next door. The next room.
You're like, what is the construction site? Like, sorry. So now that we're out, so you know, I think, you know, I'm sure it was really scary, but seeing, because that's the first time when I saw Wailing Heights, and I contacted you on Twitter. It was instant, you know. It was really instant, and you could see that so much work went into, you know, the graphics and the audio and the music and everything. So I was thinking, oh, this is going to get greenlit because and I'm glad you got good in it so fast. Now just a little more, showing you a little bit more gameplay. We're going to the town hall, which I'm guessing we don't see enough of. I guess not in the first act at least, and we need to get a specific object, but guess what? It's not going to be that easy because that's how adventure games are, right?
And
of course we have to.
Your invisible power also acts as like a speed walk. So if you want to go somewhere faster, you turn invisible, and you can go. Yeah, you can go much faster. And that happens for all the characters as well. So if you turn into a bat, you'll also go much faster.
Spoiler, spoiler. We no. No. We're going to do that fast because we need to get an object, and guess what? Soul can't do it because he can be seen by this very, very lovely, annoying lady. Yeah, see, she doesn't want to let us up, because I don't know, she doesn't like us. Well, who likes lawyers, right? I guess. Oh, come on. No.
She's just doing her job. That's her job.
That's her job to not let people do anything they want. Like,
yeah, pretty much in the game. Yeah.
What? I can't go in the town hall and just do whatever. Like, what is this? It's like in 1984. Like, so. Oh, sorry, because I'm just. I was just scrolling to going to the chat to chat options. And now this little guy comes. He's not a little guy, but he's a delivery vampire, I would say. As you can see, the vampires are not like in Twilight. Why are not the guys on Twilight? Why don't they spark, Steven? Tell me.
Well, it was my vision to have all the vampires sparkle, but I was outvoted.
So you're not team Edward?
No, I haven't seen any of the films, so I don't know. But yeah, I thought,
it's fine if you're over 16. It's fine. Like nobody cares. Nobody cares anymore.
Well, I think
the
idea of having these hipster vampires was that they've been around. The sort of, most of them were immortal, and a lot of them have been around for hundreds of years. So basically, they've seen everything, they've done everything, and they're still pretty young. So that's the sort of hipster mentality of like, everything's so mediocre. Like this pop music is so rubbish compared to Beethoven when I saw him last century. So everything that they do is just really blasé to them. So that's the sort of rationale behind the hipster vampires.
Yeah. So all the vampires are hipsters, which is a different, nice change from the emo vampires of Twilight.
Yeah,
I did not say that. Yeah. So I just picked up some blood clotted cream because vampires blood, it's kind of their thing. Oh, sorry. And now let's go out and try to see little bats. Those are all vampires going to a club because that's what vampires do. Apparently, they go to clubs. And the idea is that we have to go to the town hall, go somewhere up, and since we can't go, why not try to turn into that? And we'll talk to. Oh, this is a zombie. He's not saying anything. Oh, actually, let me turn into a ghost a bit, and as you can see, the everything goes black and white, so you can better see the difference between the states. And well, reach these guys now. So tell me about like a few things about the technical aspect of Wailing Heights. I know it's built by Unity, built with Unity 5 point some 5, and personal edition actually. So which is great. So how was working with Unity? Why did you choose it, and how was it?
It was it's really handy. I think for a small studio, there's only really on the game. There's only 3 of us working full time on it. The sort of 4 of us. There's 4 of us in the studio, plus the obvious sort of bring in another artist, like I was saying. But on the game, there's only 3 of us full time, so trying to write our own engine would have been like impossible in the time to build it. So And just having Unity is it's a really great tool to get things up and working really fast. I mean, there's a so we Rodney, Rodney McConnell, who's our programmer. He built like a small adventure game engine on top of Unity, so that he can
Oh.
so we can make things even faster again. So and it's all node based. So when you go in, you know, when we have a look at a scene, and then we see how the scene works, and I can sort of look over his shoulder and say, okay, switch around those dialogues, you know, make this action happen, change the camera around, do this, and it can he can do it really quick just using those nodes, and you know, rather than having to go in and program every single line of action. So that sort of thing's brilliant for especially for me, who I don't have any sort of programming background at all. You know, I'm an artist, and then sort of, you know, just using sort of, you know, building an art of the game, but as programming, I haven't got a clue. So Unity, I think Unity has that really nice balance between, you know, sort of a very visual,
Not being too technical, and you know.
exactly, yeah. But of course, any changes you want to make, you know, your own stuff, you can, Rodney can hop in there with a bit of code and create.
Hop in, really?
Hop out.
He's hopping too.
He can body up in Unity and
Yeah.
and get some code in there. But like myself, you know, I was able to use the Unity animator to animate cutscenes and use the you know, if I'm hooking up some audio, which it's really easy to do it myself. Even and then so John, as I say, he was he was building the sets. He was able to build the set as a scene and send it over to Rodney, who could then, you know, put all the functionality into it. So as a really small team, it was brilliant. It was the perfect tool, I think.
And since you have this engine on top of Unity, right?
Yeah.
Can I assume that you know, going forward, you would be able to make more adventure games? Maybe not like a sequel to Wailing Heights, although yes, please. Or other adventure games like faster. Like if you would go in right now, you would use the same engine. You know, you could maybe, you know, do something a lot faster than it took to make Wailing Heights.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think even as it went along, it probably took a few months to build, you know, sort of the first act, and then the same amount of time to build Act 2, even though Act 2 was 4 times longer. So once we got that sort of workflow going of, you know, that sort of pipeline of building scenes, moving and putting them in, and then figuring out where you want. I mean, we can have a scene built now in a couple of days, or at least have it all working instead of a couple of days, rather than sort of the weeks we were taking before. And we do have plans, but I think we really, as a studio, we're very, you know, art and narrative focused. So I think we do have plans to make more adventure games, especially, and yeah, we'll be using the same engine. Like, obviously, we're making tweaks to it as we go along, so it works for each game. But yeah, definitely more plans for more narrative using the same engine.
So while you were telling us, I just went around and talked to some vampires, and just I want to give one sample of the humor that Wailing Heights has. It's just like a teeny like tiny sample. So there's a vampire. All these vampires are waiting to get in the club, kinda. Let's say that, okay? I'm not spoiling. One of them wants to get a coffee, and she's at the back of the line, and she's having coffee that she just bought from inside. So she bought a coffee, and she went back to the line, because by the time she finishes her coffee, she'll want another coffee. So she's standing in line to buy coffee, having coffee. So that's the type of, you know, insanity that Wailing Heights presents to you. And I think it's really witty. You know, it's really let's make fun of everything, basically.
Yeah.
I
think
and we also there's a
game called Hector Badge of Carnage that Kevin wrote. It's like Kevin Beavers who wrote the script, and I think it's more sort of toilet humor in parts, but it has that really sort of, you know, irreverent humor in the same sort of way where nothing's been taken seriously. You know, you just laugh at everything as you go along. And I mean, there's nothing. I mean, obviously we're sort of teasing hipsters and teasing vampires, but it's nothing. You know, it's nothing that's too. We're not being too mean. We're just making fun of everything equally.
No. Yeah. No, I agree. It's not mean. It's like somebody's saying that this looks awesome and loving the skinny jeans. Yes. So skinny jeans, like beards. This girl that we saw right here, and you heard like this, her song is Lola. She's another character that you can control. So we know her name. So we have to now, like, you know, to control her, you also have to find something that she loves and something that she hates. And she has headphones on, right? And she's going to a concert and she has headphones on, so that's insane. And she also has skinny jeans with garlic on it, and she's a vampire. So all of these little like touches that are is make you smile, and they're sprinkled everywhere in Wailing Heights, which is nice. Okay, so let's try to control Lola. What do we have? We only have her name. So we also have to find something that she loves and hates. And while I do that, which basically means talking to her and her vampire friends, I would say, because everybody's here, everybody knows Lola, so you can find out information about her from other characters, and that applies to pretty much everyone else that you can control. Right? It's just you get the information wherever you can. You just have to look for it. It's not going to be, oh, hello, I'm, what's your name? I'm my name is this. Yeah.
Early on, I think one of the options you can ask someone is, what's your name? What's your name? What's your name? But they always no one ever tells you their name, and you sort of learn pretty fast that you just can't do that. You got to play the game. You have to play the puzzles.
Well, yeah.
But,
well, of course, it's it has. Yeah.
It's sort of funny when someone goes, what's your name? You're like, do you really think he's going to give you the answer? It's not that easy.
Yeah. But you can try. I mean,
it's sort of funny that because everyone then has a sort of funny response. I think if you ask this girl on the far right, if you ask her what her name is, she thinks you're hitting on her and starts making fun of you, stuff like that. So it's all sort of nice wee touches.
Which I think everybody knows that feeling. Well, every male. So I'm talking. So sorry, she's talking about her music sensitivities. Yeah, she's very okay. So again, I'm talking to her, trying different questions to see what she likes, what she doesn't like. Going a bit away from Wailing Heights. What games have you played and have inspired you to going into building an adventure game? Because it's very something specific. You went from mobile games to this PC game, which is a big endeavor, right? Why adventure? Why adventure? Why did you choose adventure? What helped you, along? We have to do this, and we have ideas about this.
Well, like I said, like my background being in comics, and my big love being comics as well. So, so comics and games are the two things that I really, really enjoyed, and I think adventure games are that perfect combination. Especially, if you sort of look at all adventure games, so like Monkey Island and Day of the Tentacle, you get that sort of comic book feel to them, and especially in the art style. So I think it's the perfect showcase for comic book artwork, but also a perfect showcase for telling a really good story, and of course getting across humor. I think if you're going to build this sort of game, you need to have the humor script. Otherwise, it's going to come. I think you have to have a lot of atmosphere to your story. So I think you can do that through humor and make it a really funny, nice, interesting story, or you can do it with obviously you can go a bit darker with sort of like The Wolf Among Us and those sort of Walking Dead, the more sort of like more horror based. But basically it was just loving stories and wanting to tell a story that you were in control of. Just I think because when we were first making Wailing Heights, when it really clicked, it was just walking around in this town as if you were part of an interactive comic almost. You were an actual character in this comic world. And that's something that I always wanted to do since it was making comics. So that's why I was adventure games, definitely. Again, I think influence-wise, things like Valiant Hearts has been one of my favorite games of the last few
Which
years.
is interesting because it's a it's a pretty new game. So usually, sorry, probably people will say that I'm interrupting you a lot, but I'm trying not to. A lot of people, when they're asked about what inspired them, what influenced them, they say a lot of older games, and you mentioned a lot of older games like Monkey Island, Day of the Tentacle. And also said Valiant Hearts. Like, how do you see like adventure games in recent years? Like, did you see like, oh yeah, it's kind of, because they've always said that, oh, adventure games are dead, adventure games are dead. Well, you're making an adventure game. You liked a recent adventure game, Valiant Hearts. How do you feel about the market right now of adventure games in general?
I do think sort of some of the feedback. I mean, there's definitely that hardcore audience. You know, the audience that loves adventure games, and I think they've always been there, just waiting for the right games to buy. Especially if you look at sites like adventuregamers.com, and there's a lot of, especially around Europe, there's a lot of websites that are dedicated to just adventure
Yeah,
games.
German maybe.
Yeah, definitely German games. Yeah, but even I think there's I can't think of the name, but there's like Spanish websites, and like,
Oh.
been talking to some. I think there's a French website got in touch. But these people, and usually I think they tend to have listen to English language adventure games, but yeah, there's definitely a market out there, and that's why I think playing something like Valiant Hearts, you can see that you can still play an adventure game. It doesn't always feel like it's just an adventure game. I think sometimes if someone's building something, what they're just doing is emulating what came before. But if you create something and create a little twist on it, you can create something that's going to branch out. It's going to be something a bit more mainstream. I mean, it's not the mainstream in like Call of Duty type mainstream, but it takes a step somewhere towards a larger audience than those who are just trying to play adventure games. I think you can just look for someone who enjoys, like you said, enjoys a war story. Check out Valiant Hearts. If you enjoy music and comics, you can check out Wailing Heights as well. But I think some people, when Telltale brought it back, into the sort of the mainstream eye, but it's a different sort of it's almost a different sort of game. The early ones did work more as adventure games, but then it sort of turned into this what would you call it, like choice narrative. There isn't really that many adventure game aspects. There's very little traditional adventure game aspects to the Telltale games. It's more about making choices. So I think the audience maybe is splitting a little bit, but I think if people enjoy games where you have that are character based, puzzle based, and enjoy a good story, then they will find that an adventure game is for them. I mean, I didn't go to Valiant Hearts because it was an adventure game. I went to it because I heard it was really great. Had a lovely comic book art style, and I heard that the puzzles are really good. So I think there'd be a lot of people who aren't looking for things just for genre. They're looking they're just trying to play a good game. So hopefully, after all that very long response, hopefully we'll sort of appeal to people who are just looking for something different.
Okay, so back to the game a bit. I just talked to all the vampires, and I got the scoop on Lola. Just so everybody knows, we have her name again, the wheel. So name, see, and when you put anything inside, you can see like the lyrics of the character's song and something that she loves. Coffee, AB coffee, because she's a vampire. And the cream and this lovely song, really. Oh, and you can skip it. That's if you want to. I don't know what you want to, because it's an amazing song and it makes me want to sing along. You can actually skip it. And see, now we control Lola, and guess her yeah. Guess what her power is? Yeah, everybody's meh in this. They're all like seriously, like they're the most vampires. Like, I don't know. They're not like in the movies or the books. Really, they're not that scary. They're kind of just like bored with life, I guess, after 500, 600 years, right, of living. Kind of get bored, right? It's bound to happen. So Lola can do this little thing. She can transform into a bat, and there's a kind of separate control for her because she's so special. And as you can see, well, yeah, if you're checking the comments, somebody asked, Spelunky. Ah, okay, so you love Spelunky. Nice. Okay, so I'm just going to go up all the way up here and go inside, because we want to find a little book to help the other characters, because that's what you have to do. You have to switch between them, to do certain actions or to be able to reach certain objectives. Okay, so let's turn into a human again. Well, kind of a human. She's not a human. She's yeah. She was killed young. That's the thing. She was killed young.
Very sad. Well, she was
Eh.
wasn't killed. She wasn't killed. She was turned immortal. That's how to spin it.
Yeah, but I've seen interview with a vampire. Like,
Actually,
it's it yeah, it can be really bad, depending on.
Lola's backstory was told by Maura McHugh. She's a comic writer and a prose writer. She's written stuff for like
Yeah.
Hellboy. She wrote
Yes.
she wrote some of the Hellboy spin-off series.
Oh.
And she also wrote Jennifer Wilde, which is a comic that I drew a few years ago. So I'm good friends with Maura. And she made Lola's story really brilliant. Sort of, we sort of give her an open, we said, okay, Lola's a vampire. She's a hipster. She loves coffee. But she doesn't have to be a modern vampire. You can go, because they live forever, you can go as far back as you want. So I think ended up, what was it, in like the 1800s, and her father, is like a sailor or a sort of a merchant, and she lives. She's always been held back, because she's a woman in that sort of era. And what? Actually, the tale, I won't spoil too much, but the tale's actually really good because it's almost like being a vampire freed her from the the trappings of society back then. So she actually, Lola quite likes being a vampire.
Yeah, she appreciates it's not a burden for her. That's good.
Yeah.
Although she's still kind of,
She doesn't really enjoy anything. She's a hipster, but
yeah,
I think something like was it change appearance, change yourself, live forever. That was one of the quotes that Maura had, or one of the pieces of writing that Maura had. I thought it added a lot of character to her.
Yeah, and I think you talk about kind of each character, right, on wailingheights.com, because you had updates, regular updates, talking about the people who came in and worked with you to do the comic strips of the comic look and the characters, and you kind of go through a bit of each one, and a little bit of backstory for the character, a bit of about the person who made them. So yeah, it's as usual as in adventure games, nothing is straightforward, right? You can't just exactly as you say, you can't just go in and ask what's your name and get the actual name. So now we had to find the book. Guess what? We don't have the book, and this will lead us to the next part of the game where we get to control a different character. Still monster though. Bat-sized headphones. Yes, actually, she does have bat-sized headphones. They're Beats probably, because she's a hipster. So if you're a hipster, you either use Beats or I don't know. $9.99 on Steam, which yes, it's going to be $9.99. And as I mentioned, Steve, when we talked earlier, I was thinking that it would be a bit higher than that, because it really feels like it's a very polished game, really, in terms of the graphics and the music. So $9.99. Oh, will it have any launch day discount? Launch week probably discount?
We actually are, yeah. So we're
then 100, yeah.
I know even more. So we chose that price because basically, no one knows who, as I said before, no one knows who Outsider Games is, and I think we'll have a really, I think we have a really good game that looks really nice and has a great script, but people won't know that until they try it. So yeah, so we're going for the $10 sort of price point, and there'll be a 10% launch discount for the first week, so you can actually get the game for $9 if you get in there early. I think we'll also probably do a sort of bundle if you want the soundtrack and the comics and lots of sort of behind the scenes artwork.
Oh, the comics. So you plan to have like what, high resolution?
Yeah, I think it'll be a nice PDF of the comics in full sort of print resolution, which will be a lot higher res than what is sort of in the game.
Oh, that's.
So if you want, you can print your own copies, and then your own copy for yourself, and then almost like a mini art book, a little collection of all the sort of behind the scenes stuff, and that'll be the sort of bonus edition, which we'll have for a couple of dollars more if you really want to.
Oh, that's.
If you want to go for the bonus version.
Oh, come on, everyone. No, seriously, at least because the soundtrack is a must. Like you can listen to the music of Wailing Heights without playing the game and enjoy it fully and just have some fun and. But it's actually really great if you have the comics too. I mean the artwork, because that's another integral part, and it's you can enjoy it even separately. You play the game, you enjoy the game, you like it, that's fine. Then outside of it you can check out the comics and how they are, and then listen to the music, which is great. Now we're going to try to get on the third character in the game, and they're werewolves. And yes, Effie, they do work out kind of. They're kind of douchey, don't you think? That kind of.
Yeah, they're very like, if you say they're they're basically dogs, like if you call a man a dog. So they're like they're all a bit a bit sleazy. They're always like trying to chat you up because they're
Yeah.
it's the sort of doggy style or doggy Yeah.
Doggy style, yes, that's exactly.
No, that's not what I meant.
So now we're just going to Rough House, because Rough House, got it? It's again one of those small things, that there's always one small double entendre, or not doggy style, but actually I've never seen, maybe this in the game.
That's not in the game. That was
in the special edition. In the special edition, you'll get like full developer commentary with with how everything.
Yeah, I'll do it.
So this is like the bar, and of course it looks like a bar. And you being Lola being a woman, and of course werewolves, like you said, being dogs, they try to hit on her, which makes her very, very popular. And I can't say that I didn't like that. I enjoy that as a male playing a female character. I really enjoy the attention from all the werewolves in the game.
You've learned something about yourself. There you go.
Exactly. It is Wailing Heights is the kind of game that makes you think and discover new things about yourself and other like monsters. I didn't know that these guys were like this. See, they're working out. These guys, Rough Rider, got it. Like it's all of these things. They're watching. Actually, let's go wolves.
The comments have just taken off in a bad way.
No, it's a Freudian slip. Sorry. Yeah, Wolverhampton. Yeah, they're watching games. They're basically just guys. Oh, there's some girls too. They look they're not as pretty as me. Sorry, Lola. And as you can see, it's a full house. It's really full house, and I really like as you go closer to the screen, basically, and the other characters like just move around. Like it's not a static thing, although it's 2D, right? Although it's 2D, and yeah.
It's actually the way we built the game is 2D art on a 3D plane.
Mm-hmm.
So it's if you sort of look at it inside Unity, it's like a 3D floor, and then there's all the artwork that's sticking up from the floor. So but obviously when you keep the camera at the front, it looks like it's always 2D. But I think it does make for a nice sort of parallax and a nice effect where you
yeah, the parallax, yes. Yeah.
It's like a deeper environment than just flat 2D art.
Yeah, I think it really works in giving the visual a bit more depth and a bit more, I don't know, like physicality to everything. Because you can come closer to something, go farther, you can go up, you can fly, right, with Lola. That's one of the things you can do with fly. So we're just going to chat up another character here, which we're not going to cut on because he's kind of a dumbass. He's not down. No, he's a bit slow. Maybe I don't know. His mommy dropped him when he was a puppy.
He's just a man of simple pleasures. He just likes to have.
Yeah, true. He's harmless. Yeah. And while these guys, they're not lovebirds because they're not going to go get together. I think I did not play the game. Maybe they will live happily ever after. Tell me about the music. How it all came together. Like you said, you wrote some songs. Like
yeah, I think I.
What about like the lyrics and the music? Tell me how it all came together.
Yeah, so I think I ended up writing most of the lyrics for the game.
Yeah.
But then we brought on sort of local indie sort of in the Northern Ireland scene. There's a few indie bands and a few singers. So I'm saying we actually our little tiny game studio is actually inside a box room inside a recording studio. And so the guy downstairs from Red Box Recording at Cormac, I basically gave him the lyrics to Here Come the Deadbeats, which is our main theme tune, and sort of getting us a general idea of sort of the rhythm and what I'm looking for. And then he brought in a local singer, and he basically made up the piece, and then I sat with him for a few hours just trying different things. But he's like a super professional. He writes stuff for the BBC and. I think he just recently did some stuff for David Williams. He's like a UK sort of presenter. And he wrote some of the theme music for his new animations. But so he did that, and then we again my brother James Downey. I'll drop in there. But he
name dropping.
He is studying. He's just doing his he's going for his masters in a sort of university and studies music technology. So he helped us out with a lot of the audio, just doing that, helps us out sort of creating a lot of the audio. But he also has because they're all people in university are all doing music. He knows a few indie bands, so and he did some of the stuff as well. He plays he does the voice and for Fangs' songs, which you probably haven't got to. If you tell me how far you got.
Oh,
but,
I did get to a few, yeah.
James sings his Fangs, and which is like a
They're
really,
depressing.
really depressing hipster, this really dark song, but it's sang and played really well to go by him. So, but
You can say it makes you smile and want to cut your wrist at the same time.
yeah, exactly. But also, I mean, you'll hear some of the music in this bar. You'll hear the wolves are all sort of like sort of Irish, Northern Irish wolves, and they all play Irish music. They actually get once you go into another area later on, you'll actually find some playing like an Irish section. But my background is actually playing flute. I played flute for Rhythm of the Dance, which is like a really bad version of Riverdance, and we used to tour around. So when I was younger, toured around like Australia and America, so sort of playing for this dance show, and I sort of taught and played music on and off since then. So I was able to help out on that sort of if you hit flute in the background, that's myself and a lot of my family. So my sister Louise, she's playing the fiddle, and all the friends in the in the sort of the Irish music scene, they helped out on those tracks. But so yeah, just basically I sort of in the same way I was sort of directing the whole game, just did that with the music as well. So to give people the lyrics. Got the band, sort of selected the bands, got them together, and then just sat people for a few hours as they try out things and did recordings. And I think if you go to the wailingheights.com, we did like a sort of mini interview / work in progress thing with the HG, who did a lot of the zombie Motown music. So it was so much fun just being able to sit around and people who are like really professional and really good at what to do, and just watching them record and play and sing.
It didn't feel like you were making a game, right, at that point, huh? It's
At that point, I think I was having palpitations of of deadlines and stuff. So I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But you're right. It almost, because it's so narrative and has such an integrated soundtrack, it is almost like you're making a movie, because there's so much scenes, and there's so much continuity to keep control of. So it felt like at that point when we were going into professional recording studios and going in, getting these people here playing trumpets and stuff you wouldn't normally see in normal life. So it felt like a full proper production then. I'm not sure I had the budget for a full proper production, but it was it was really fun. And,
it really looks like, sorry, but like I don't know the budget of Wailing Heights, but I can definitely tell that it looks like you guys had a lot of money. Like it looks really polished. It looks really like a lot of people put a lot of hours and a lot of effort into it, and you see a lot of indie games, right? And on Steam, on Greenlight, and some of them look, oh my god, like it's horrific, right? But Wailing Heights, you wouldn't guess that Wailing Heights was made by such a small team.
Yeah,
because it's that high production value.
Oh, well, thank you, thanks. I think if you are, if you're a one-man band and you don't have any budget to sort of spend on hiring an artist, then you're going to work with what you want. So I actually feel, I sort of see these small games on Steam, and I'm actually, even if they don't look that good, actually impressed. It was made by one person, or it's just doing so a programmer who learned to draw and learned to create music, or an
No,
artist tries.
yeah.
So
No, yeah.
I'm impressed in that sort of way. But yeah. So we were sort of working on client games, sort of for the last before we were doing Wailing Heights. We sort of worked for clients, like we worked for like BBC and Landscape and a couple of other people, sort of making apps like you're saying and mobile stuff. But
While you were working on Wailing Heights.
no, it's before, like when we're doing the mobile games.
Okay.
We were working on for them clients, so we were able to we just took them sort of the cash that we got from that, and we were sort of part funded by a local sort of agency called Northern Ireland Screen, and they were able to sort of help us out by whatever money we had, they funded us the same amount of money. So I mean, it wasn't a massive budget, and we had to do like a few games over the 1 year, but it was but it was a small team working loads and loads of hours, because I think if you get the right people, and I mean, I don't want to say that putting in loads of hours is should be the norm. I mean, it shouldn't be, and I think for the first sort of 6 months of the year where we're sort of working.
You want to get in the crunch controversy?
I know, yeah. So at the start of the year, I was like, right, guys, we're now a 3-4 man team. We're gonna build this game. We're gonna work from you're gonna come into the studio at 10, and we're gonna go home at 6, and we're gonna come in again fresh the next day. And that worked for about 6 months. And then after that, it was like, right, guys, we really gotta just gotta keep on working. So it was and then as it get closer and closer, it turns into all nighters and our 4-hour sleeps. But just to have that release date in sight is very rewarding, especially like getting feedback from people like yourself who are actually really enjoying the game. It makes it all worth it.
I really want to see, like, because probably they won't, but that's why I'm willing to bet on it. I like to see the person who said that they don't like Wailing Heights, because that's something wrong with that person. Something wrong with that person, really. If anybody says, I mean, sure, like everything can be improved, I think, right?
Yeah.
But that's beside the point, because it's like, is it a good game? Yes. I don't think you can find anyone, even if they don't like, maybe someone who doesn't like adventure games, they can say that it's not my type of game. But anyone who enjoys it can't say that, oh, Wailing Heights bad game. No, that's just not. It's really not. So how long have you been working on it?
Yeah, it was about a year. Worked on it all together. So we started the concept was done just over, say, about a year and a half ago, and then we actually started full production. It was early 2015, and then it's it's sort of like the bulk of the work has been done, for like a month now, and we're just tidying up on fixing some bugs and adding in a couple of things that we forgot. So yeah, it was about 12 months from start to finish, all together. 3 of us full time plus all the other ones coming in.
Okay, so I'm well, while you're actually, you probably see I switched characters, because again, you do that a lot, just to use my little powers, because that's the thing, you have to use all your character's abilities for specific tasks. Of course, you don't have to guess that, you deduce, because that's how adventure games work. And now I'm just trying to find out the werewolves. Well, we know his name. I don't know. It's just we don't know what he hates and what he loves. Which he's a dog, so he's a wolf. So what does he love? I don't know. Like running with the pack, I guess he loves that, or not? He likes singing. Everybody loves singing in this game. Actually, that's a really sweet thing. It's very musical. It has a lot of heart and soul. That's for sure. Why is everyone colored and the main guy is all in white? If that white guy, he's a ghost. So that's why he's white. He's the only one, because he's a specific type of, well, dead person, I guess, monster. He's a ghost, so that's why he's white. Everyone else is alive. Actually, well, no, the vampires are not alive.
Yeah, they're all blue. So Soul's white because he's a ghost. And then when you turn into ghost mode, you see everybody in black and white. That's how ghosts see the world.
Yeah, it's just so you can, so it's a differentiation between your normal state, when everybody can see you in, you know, the ghoul state. So you can see, oh, now I'm the good state, like right now. See, now I'm the good state, so I can read people's, I can hear what people think, kind of like that. And of course, if I switch back, everything goes back into color, and you can see the wonderful coloring job that. Okay, so we learned that Abnorm, well, he doesn't like bullets because I'll let everyone find that out playing Wailing Heights. Buff werewolves? Yes, buff werewolves. Yes, I like it too. I think it's again they're like spot on, like as you said with the logic behind it. Yeah, werewolves buff, vampires hipsters because they're bought. It all makes ghouls lawyers. Makes sense. It really does make sense if you think. It's a very okay. So now I'm going to go a bit. Oh wait, I should switch characters maybe. I should switch characters because I, by listening to what people said and what Abnorm said, and another thing that's in the characters in the game react to your, well, to who you're controlling at this point. So, for example, Soul is a ghoul, a ghost, and if he goes in his kind of normal form where everyone can see him, they don't like it because they can't smell him. They can't. Yeah, it's so. Yeah, everybody's pissed off that the ghoul is in the. Everybody's on edge. Yeah, amazing artwork, really. That's.
Have you seen
what
them?
else
So
you going to
we'll have Cosmic Bacon. He's joined the chat group, and he's the guy that drew most of the game. So he's come to say hello. He's come to hear all the nice things you say
Hi.
about his artwork.
It's amazing. It really is amazing. So yes, Cosmic Bacon, really? Okay, that's no judging, but no, the artwork is really that's the first thing, right? No matter if it looks, if it's really detailed or really light or pixelated, a game like the first impression is, comes from the graphics, right?
Yeah.
And Wailing Heights, that was the first thing that I saw, and then I heard the music, and it captures you. The graphics, capture your attention, and then the music does that. So it's what am I doing? Sorry. So no, I was going to switch because we now have to find a thing that Abnor loves.
Yeah.
And again, that was not okay. We have to switch now. See, just press of a button, you just click the character, that's how you switch. They're all available at any point after you control them the first time, so you can switch pretty much easily. No problem there. I mean, you don't have to do anything crazy or anything, just press a button, that's fine. And now I just go come on, Lola is the cutest, really. It's like she's a vampire, she has headphones on. It's LucasArts couldn't think of that, like.
Wow.
And I'm just going to. Well, wait. They're fine, not saying, but where is LucasArts now? Where is Outsider Games now? So, yeah. If you compare like that, I'm sorry, but if you compare like that, because I think that's a fair comparison. So what? Okay, Fame Studio, okay. Upcoming studio or newer studio like indie studio, okay. So where are they now? Well, they're not. Okay, I'll hang on to that, which is unfortunate, but
that was a whole generation of adventure gamers and adventure game makers.
Yeah, it's really Disney really. They've really anyway, and then they it's really annoying because they did make amazing games. They could have, I don't know, maybe at least sell the franchises, the rights for the franchises, because I'm sure a lot of developers would jump on the chance to work on Monkey Island or on Den of Tentacle, and not a remaster, which is it's perfectly fine, it's great, but like new games in those universes. Yeah, that's you know, they're not making the games, but they're also not, you know, they're keeping the IP hostage, kind of. Yeah, they will risk crimes unspecified. Yeah, actually, technically, in the game you'll see that they're innocent, but they're still there. I don't know why. It's I think it's
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
something's going on with those guys. I mean, okay, let's. Of course, Lola is the most, the friendliest of the vampires.
Yeah.
Yeah, because well, come on, we actually got her name. Everyone else is like, let's just bug her off. Like, you don't care. It's like, what do you want? Okay, wait, sorry, wait.
That door needs fixed.
Let's turn back. Huh? Sorry?
That door needs fixed.
No, it's not. No.
The door.
Hang in there.
Full throttle, yes, full throttle. Yeah, actually, wait, they did make a new full throttle, right? That was the thing. But yeah, exactly, full throttle. That would be a game that would warrant, you know, a sequel. Maybe after Wailing Heights 3, you know, Outsider Games will get the rights. Yeah, you'll buy it. Come on, what? It's like, sure, you go to LucasArts and like, okay, look, not LucasArts because that like Disney. Okay, look, we've made some adventure games. We have some talent. We know people. Just, come on, give us the rights. And
Hang in there.
okay. Oh, sorry. Wait. Okay. Let. You know what? It really is a pity, you know, because some of the and Abnorm is, well, soon to be under our control. They're not innocent. And really, the music is. How many people worked on on the instrumental alone? Do you have like an estimate, like how many people worked? Because it sounds like really.
I was actually only about maybe about 6 people.
I thought you were going to say like 20 or something. Like, yeah, we had our own orchestra.
No, in the case of like when I was doing those sort of folky songs, I would play the flute and then put the flute down and play the boron, which is like an Irish drum. So the same people would play multi instruments. So because they're all obviously the guys who I know are all quite talented in that sort of way. So they so we're able to make a bigger sound with only a few people.
It does actually, like it does sound like there are more instruments, you know, to every track.
Yeah,
it's really nice. Again, like good graphics, good audio, like very 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 good mixing. Like I don't know who made the mixing, but really,
yeah. That's
okay. So now,
you know, it's combining my love of all those things. You know, I love music, comics, and games. So I just thought, why don't you make a game where it all matches together into one big weird thing? You know, in the one big Wailing Heights. So
it's so weird. You call Wailing Heights weird? It's like a bunch of monsters talking and like
yeah, it's definitely weird.
And the wolf with a tie on. How is that weird? Because it's like.
Have you seen Cheers? The
old show?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Where everybody knows your name. Yes.
This might be slightly influenced by Norm. You know
okay.
Norm walks in.
That was so long ago.
I know. Yeah, it was.
It was a classic. It's a classic.
Yeah, that's more of the. You don't need to know that reference because even whenever Kevin said to me about naming the wolf Norm, I was like, Norm who? Like, from Cheers. I was like, I think so. So yeah, but obviously it's a joke that you don't need to know. It's just one of those all.
No, but Wailing Heights is best enjoyed if you understand as many references as possible.
Yeah. Like
because it's from everywhere, like TV shows, movies, books, right? It's music. Nothing is okay. So Abnorm, he's a werewolf. So obviously, what's his power? He can turn into a wolf, like an actual wolf. He's a werewolf. Just don't think about it too much. It works like that. And his power is that he can sniff things, right? Because werewolves have no, but that makes sense, right? Everything makes sense, because that's I think that's a skill, right? That's a talent. Making something that's kind of with absurd characters that are unreal, because werewolves, let's say that they don't exist. Vampires, let's say that they don't exist, and yet in Wailing Heights, you see like, oh, that makes sense. Although you're saying that something makes sense of a character of a monster that doesn't actually exist in real life, which is kind of funny. Yeah.
See that wolf transformation? I think John spent about a week drawing that one.
Yeah.
Because they're sort of a mix of like we use spine animation, which is like sort of 2D art sort of messed about, and I think it makes it look really comic booky when you see the characters walking along. But we also did some frame by frame stuff, which obviously takes a lot longer. But John wanted to make that transformation really good, and I think it works really well. It's with pop, you know.
And also it doesn't, it's not like, oh my god, a werewolf is turned into, it's not an ugly thing, or it's a cute comic thing. It's why can't I sniff this thing?
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm sniffing. See, we use our scent, our animal scent. Seriously, he would trip on that tie. It looks cute, but he would trip on it, really. I mean, I know he wants to be stylish and all, but he's like the Hulk, when he goes back into his normal form, all his clothes are on him. Yeah, that's some weird talent. So
it's obviously some sort of magical outfit or something like that. No.
Well, they're werewolves, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, because I found.
I think John wanted to draw him naked when he went back into his real body again, but I wanted to try and keep it for an all ages approach. So.
Yeah, it's. Well, you said that you targeted like what, 14 plus, like Peggy 13 maybe.
Yeah, that sort of age. I think there's some like obviously there's some sort of references to like people drinking in a bar, even though they're not drinking alcohol, they're drinking vegan recipes, which you'll find out later. But stuff like that where it's a hint of a bar, it's that type of thing. So I think PG-14 or PG-13 is the right sort of age. But I mean, I think a parent could quite easily play it and say, I'd be happy for their 8-year-old to play it. It's just up to them.
I would say that it's very approachable, but at not any age, like at 4 years old, I don't know. I mean,
you have to at least be able to read. I think that'll be a good start.
It does. Oh come on, it doesn't need. Actually, oh come on, that would be. I don't know. It doesn't.
It's all spoken as well.
All the lines are voiced, so
yeah.
that's. So wait, let me just. So this is a council hall, I would say, and as you can see, the other characters that you encounter, and guess what? They're zombies, and guess what? They're like 70s zombies because yeah. There should have been dozens of naked werewolves. Well, what? That's not the worst. They are. Alright.
Yeah,
Okay, so
we'll do like the normal version is for like PG-13, and we'll have some DLC where all the wolves are naked.
That's
no, not really. That's a joke, by the way.
Yeah, because it keeps saying a lot of things like that. Because you'll see the comment section on the community forum. You'll say like, "Oh, I want this. Are you going to do this? I heard that you wanted this." And yeah, and people.
No. There will be no naked werewolves. I mean, no naked human versions of werewolves in Wailing Heights. That's a semi-promise.
Semi-promise. See, again, you're another cute thing that again makes sense. So you're a werewolf and you go in a building where there are zombies, and zombies eat brains, and they're in your way because they can eat you because you have a brain. So you have to switch the characters to try. Spoiler, right? That's how you go through this section. But that's it makes sense, right? And it doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel like, oh, I'm switching this character just because the developer wanted me to switch characters. No.
Yeah.
It actually makes sense why you would switch character, because it's just it's that situation where I can't do something with a specific character, so I have to switch. So I really like that.
When we were first talking with Kevin about the script and the sort of puzzles, it was really important that it wasn't just forced. It's like, oh, this person says, oh no, only Soul can get into this building. It had to be a story reason behind it. So even those even the hipsters, the vampires being so pretentious that they won't let anybody else into the coffee shop is ties into the story, but in a really narrative way rather than just just making it up as you go along.
Now, yeah, now I'm not switching to the ghoul because he has no brain. And obviously that's why he became a lawyer. No.
That's one of the
No,
jokes.
I well, yeah, I could write for no, I couldn't. No, but it's the humor in Wailing Heights is really you'll be smiling a lot while playing. That's for sure. Everybody who's going to get the game like next week. Can you pre-order it? Actually, it's available for pre-order now, or it's just going to go live on.
No, I think we're going to go live on.
Okay. So it's just going to go live on the 27th with the launch discount like that. So
Yeah,
it's,
but you can add it. You can add it to your wish list if you like on Steam, so that you'll get an email when
yeah,
it comes out
true.
to let you know.
See, and you're a ghoul. Of course, you can. Nobody cares. Like zombies see a ghoul, they don't give a damn. It's like, where is your brain, dude? There's no brain. We have no brain. Yeah. Well, you don't have a brain. That's why they're not after your brain. Makes sense. So, like any respectable, I would say, adventure game. Well, why I went really high up there.
I'm not
I would
letting
say.
this put
Sorry.
leave my grip until
Winning Heights is a single player only game, right?
Yeah.
How long is it, and how is it structured?
Well, I think most people tend to find it's about 5 hours of gameplay. I think so. It has 3 acts. You've just got to the end of Act 1 at the minute, so it tends to take people about an hour or so to get through Act 1, and then about 4 hours to get through Act 2, which is much longer. Then we'll have a big musical finale, which is a sort of short finale. It takes about sort of 10 minutes to complete the game at the end. But that's where it all ties together. So yeah, I think it's definitely aiming at that sort of one narrative tale all in one go. So when you buy the game, you get all those acts as one game, so you don't have to wait and come back and buy anymore. And yeah.
So after you finish the game, you can't go back. You can. It's just finished like that.
You can start again. There'll be hidden things that you can find. There'll be Steam achievements that you might have to play a second game to get, and they're scattered throughout the game. There's sort of hidden, some hidden stories, some hidden. We'll have some like Stephen Arian, who's a fantasy writer. He's come in to tell a few tales. You can pick up pages from the books that you find about Wailing Heights. So I think it's Common Vampire Afflictions by Dr. Acula, which is a really bad pun. But you'll find.
No, come on. It's intentional. It's not bad if it's intentional.
No, it is. I mean, it's intentionally bad. So you'll find a page of that somewhere hidden in town, which you'll find once you sort of get all the characters, and pages from I think it's a werewolf's guide to a vegan lifestyle. Maybe a page of that somewhere as well. So those little things you can once you sort of finish the main narrative, you can go back and try and find those again if you like. So you can
Okay, that doesn't make sense. Vegan for wellness. That doesn't make sense.
That's what it is.
That's one. Yeah. Well, it's really good that when Heights plays, you played with with the basic understanding. So you made vampires would do them like this. Werewolves are not like this. We're gonna do them like this.
Yeah.
You didn't stay in yeah.
Where's my body? I mean,
You didn't stay in a box, basically.
No, yeah, it's like a really, really small open world. You know what I mean? Even at the start, you can see you can walk all around.
Oh wait. Oh wait. This I have to write. Wait. You have to coin that, right? You have to coin that
It's
now.
the smallest open world.
A very, very small open world. It's a tiny. What's your game genre? Tiny open world. Like.
Brilliant.
No, come on. No, this is gold. Seriously, this is gold.
It's just
It is gold.
my whole body, but he wasn't dead.
Oh, and this so this is the end of the first act where we can't find our body and you progress. We're gonna soon fade out of the game, kind of like that, just because it's been an hour and a half.
Sure.
And again, well, actually, I haven't played, and I don't want to spoil the game again. Just check it out on April 27th. It comes out $9.99, and the discount. I think it's gonna be really worth it. I was expecting it to be a higher price, because of the quality of the visuals and the writing and the music. I mean that alone I think warrants good price for like
Okay, then
a
it's
decent
$1
price. It's
million.
not like it's this isn't
$1
just
on Thursday, Wednesday.
no, it's
That's the
you know,
new
because
price.
there are some people who look at games, especially the indie games, and say, "Oh, this isn't worth," and that can be fair or not. Wailing Heights, I think it actually can be even higher. Usually, when I reviewed games, and I said, "Oh, you know what? This could be a little cheaper." Actually, no. Wailing Heights is actually it's priced very competitively. That's
Thank you.
no, it's definitely you get a great value out of it. Really, it's a great experience, and especially if you promise us if it's like this does well, you're going to Wailing Heights too. Then yeah, I hope a lot of people buy it because. Oh, speaking of that, what's the post-release plans? Do you like? Can you share anything about what's going to happen after? You said that upon release you have DLCs with the audio with the
we're gonna have
soundtrack.
the soundtrack and the comics and the art books.
Any
as well.
anything else post-release? Any updates? Any other DLC?
Oh, as a sort of like
Does it lend? Sorry, without spoiling. Does it does it lend itself to getting additional acts maybe?
Yeah, well,
that
I was
that
thinking
go
about
on
having, you
either
know,
parallel to the story or yeah.
I do want to create, a sort of world out of this. Well, I'm saying I love the world that we created, and I'd love to branch out from there. I mean, I could easily see one of the things we sort of laugh about in the studio is having this mentor cop who's a bit thick. But I would love to have
Yes.
detective tale where he walks all around town trying to solve mysteries or trying to solve crimes, but he's really really bad that maybe even the audience can't really control him properly. So but I mean that's at the minute. There's no a full DLC plan because you had to see how much if the game makes any money. I'd love to do some more, but if we'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, it's all these sort of wild plans, of making more comics, making a Minotaur cop game inside it, all these really cool things. But yeah, we'll see. But at the minute we're only focused on the main story, getting it out, and then see how it goes.
Okay, so can you confirm that at this point you are not already working on? You have not finished writing Wailing Heights 2.
At the minute, no. At the minute, we're just trying to fix the last bugs in Wailing Heights, but that we always find every now and again. No.
Okay, so that was a no. Just so
no.
everybody realize. No, that wasn't a no. You didn't say no.
No, I said no. Wait, what? No, I said we have not started anything on Wailing Heights 2.
Oh.
Not yet. No. Sorry.
Okay, so you heard it here. Outsider Games is working on a different franchise already. They're starting a new one. Are you outsourcing it? Are you doing like that thing with Sega and?
Yeah, I'm just gonna we're gonna outsource everything. Oh, it's break it in spoilers now.
Who would actually do it? I actually don't know. Oh, Telltale. Actually, no, they don't. They don't have. They have a different style. They wouldn't make it. I don't know. So just sorry, because it's already not personal question, just for you specifically, right? A few questions. Just go. What are you playing right now? Like, or recently, what have you been playing? Other than playtesting and Wailing Heights.
Yeah, well, yeah, mostly playtesting. So I haven't had much time for games, but I've been sort of over since Christmas when I need a sort of break from building a sort of narrative game. I would just jump into Halo 5 on Xbox and just get a sort of 20 minutes of blasting away and then.
No, I like how you said the Xbox. Like Halo is it's an exclusive. Thank you. We know that Microsoft is being and not putting it on every platform available because I know they're bastards. Like they're not bastards. It's just pushing this. Yeah. So Halo, which is like going to that is like just a refresh. Just refreshing your like going out of the adventure genre.
Because
that's why you want to escape.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I spend all day planning the narrative and making sure it all works together and going back and changing things and making sure it all flowed well. And then I enjoy just going in and shooting someone every now and again. It's a complete break from the proper proper narration and the proper storytelling. And that gives me a nice sort of 20 minutes of die, kill people, leave again as a nice break. So that that's been a nice thing. But I'm finally getting around to playing the Banner Saga, the first one, just as the second one is coming out.
Just as the second one, yeah.
So but I think I always
You're binging on it, yeah.
Yeah, I mentioned it. Well, I've only been able to give it a couple of hours. But I said I would sit down because I said to myself, I got The Witcher 3 and Fallout 4, and I said to myself, they've been sitting in the house in sort of cellophane, and I said I won't touch those until Wailing Heights is released. So that's the only reason I've been dipping in and out, sort of Halo, so they can do it really quick. But then I said,
next week, if
next week I'm diving straight into. See, I can't choose. I might have to put out the vote. I don't know which one to start. I don't know whether to start Fallout 4 or go for The Witcher. But it happens, like, I tend to sometimes... If
Witcher, come on, Witcher. Yeah? I think everybody would say... Most people would say Witcher, I think. Between not that Fallout 4 is a bad game, but if you want more RPG, you can... Just my opinion. I saw that Cosmic Bacon, like, confirmed that he's drawing the sequel right now. If you can tell us, like, what...
It's just nonsense.
What well, probably has ideas about what. Okay, unrelated to gaming. Okay, just unrelated to gaming. Very unrelated to gaming when I say. Okay. Intel or AMD?
Sorry.
Intel or AMD?
Oh,
wait, just so before you answer, there's no wrong answer. Just so you know.
I didn't really have a preference. It doesn't really. But in the studio we have one of each just for testing purposes and stuff. And it does seem like the Intel is slightly better at certain tasks. But it also has a slightly newer processor.
Everything? You mean everything? Yeah, sorry.
Is it? Yeah, I mean, I'm not really a fanboy when it comes to components, but
okay. So hardware, you're not. So if I ask you Pascal or Polaris, no.
I actually have no opinion. Yeah.
Okay. Cosmic Bacon has. Oh, come on. Cosmic Bacon said AMD. Are you kidding me? Really? Wow, Underdog. Well, you know what? Zen is coming out, so maybe that will redeem itself, and you will be able to play Wailing Heights 2 on Zen. Like,
well, the script is written. I mean, sorry, the script isn't written. So.
You just said, Jesus, really? It's like, and again, see, well, it should be a bit of delay. Again, the comics. It's such an integral part. It's so fun to see. I'm surprised, but I really like that you're going to add it as a DLC, because the comics are just great component to it. I think they really add something to the actual game.
Thank you.
Release is coming up.
Yeah, I'm sort of excited.
I don't know if.
Nervous.
Yeah, it's how. Yeah. Are you taking something to calm yourself down? No, because you had coffee. You said you had coffee. So you don't. You're fine.
Yeah, I might have some sort of launch party on the same time, but it's lots of beer and whiskey. Sort of calm the nerves.
When we talked a bit earlier, you said that you had, recently you had, more people playing it, play testing.
Yes, yeah.
From people who are not maybe fans of the genre, did you try to see how they play, how long it takes, what feelings they have for an adventure game like this, like not a point and click adventure game?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I've even talked to people who don't really play games that often as well, and sort of trying to get them to do it. I mean, it depends on the personality of the player, but it was sort of designed in mind, so there's plenty of signposting. You can sort of figure it out as you go along, but there is parts where it's harder than others. You have to sort of think a bit more and try to pay attention to what you've seen. So there's a few points of that where, see, if I'm playing an adventure game, I don't mind getting stuck for half an hour or an hour, sort of walking around and trying to find the right answer. But and it's been the experience of people who are playing that they'll be finding new things for 2 hours in a row. Then they'll get stuck for like 20 minutes, half an hour, and it's fine. Then they'll sort of move on and keep on finding things. But there is some people who, once they get stuck, they get really annoyed, and they say
Rage quit? They rage quit?
Yeah, basically. Well, actually, yeah. My own wife said to me, "If you don't tell me where to get the next point, I'm not playing anymore." I was like, "Okay." So yeah, so she, but then people tend to use walkthroughs. So hopefully, by the time the games comes out, you know there'll be a few walkthroughs online, so they can. So if you do get stuck and you're not really into spending half an hour, you know, trying to find the next, you know, plot point, then you'll just check up the walkthrough online.
Okay, so you're telling me that now I have to make a walkthrough? I never tried it, so.
I mean, you got the whole way through. You got the whole way through here without really getting stuck too much. Anyway, so I think you'll be okay. So you're actually the perfect person to write the walkthrough. If you could do that for us, that'd be right.
Really?
Yeah, brilliant. Go ahead.
Please, it's like making me work on the weekend. Like, now, you know what? With Wailing Heights, it wouldn't feel like work, really.
Oh, that's nice.
It really wouldn't feel like. Because I told you, like, I didn't play a lot. I played like, but I took my time because there's so much to it. I can't see how if you actually if you have just a bit of patience, because some people are want things quicker, faster.
Yeah.
That's fine, right? But if you do have that patience for an adventure game, then you can immerse yourself, like, because you said 5 hours. I haven't even played probably half of Act 2, and I played for 4.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of it. You can immerse yourself a lot in Wailing Heights, in the world.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to listen to every bit of dialogue, I mean, there's 5,000 lines of dialogue, so if you want, that would take you hours and hours alone just to go through that. So yeah, you can definitely spend a lot of time in this world if you're more relaxed about your gameplay. Anyway, yeah, I mean, somewhere to explore, you could easily spend 7, 8, 9 hours just walking around talking. But if you want to go through the puzzles as quick as you can, you can just just walk through it sort of 4 or 5 hours in the games. It just depends on.
Yeah, I wonder how long. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
And like adventure gamers or adventure games, the time you take to play a game can vary between that sort of thing quite easily. If you just want to hang around and enjoy things, or if you want to just finish the game.
I wonder how long speedruns will take. Like
I did a speed run yesterday.
Yeah.
And most people take an hour to do Act 1, or say an hour and a half. I did Act 1 in 13 minutes. but yeah, 13 minutes. But that's because
wait, how? Yeah.
I know the order the dialogue comes in, so I don't even have to read it. I can hit like A up down A up down, and then speed through a whole conversation inside a minute. So, or inside say 20 seconds, and then fly to a bat and like speed run to exactly the point where I need to be. Hit A, like screech up, hit A, and then A top down A whatever, which is the order of the speech, and then I managed to do the whole of Act 1 inside 12 minutes. But that's like
so
nobody who hasn't played the game before can do that, because it is knowing exactly which order the dialogue appears. But
okay, so how many hours do you have on it right now? Like estimate.
I don't have a clue. Haven't got a clue.
150? Well, probably well on. Yeah.
Days and days.
Well, labor of love, right?
Yeah,
hopefully. That's.
And that's probably I probably couldn't do that so much for Act 2. It's like I obviously built Act 1, about sort of 6 months ago. I've been playing that one ever since, so I'm definitely more familiar. And then it changed things, like it changed small things to make it more clear for the audience, and it really threw me. I had to try it a couple of times, made a couple of rookie mistakes walking through, But that's all.
Yeah,
I got it back.
That's normal though, right? It's you try something new. You know, it's going to be trial and error a bit, until you get it just right. I don't think that's. Wailing Heights to it will be like more streamlined. I keep talking about it because it's really so. Just because we actually haven't talked about it. What's the goal of the game? It's amazing because we haven't talked about it. I just realized right now.
So Act 1 is.
What's the goal?
You play as Francis Finkelstein, and you're a washed up songwriter manager who hasn't had a gig in a long time, and you're finally invited to Wailing Heights. But when you arrive, you're trapped in a prison cell, because, as you've seen, humans aren't allowed in Wailing Heights. So at the start of the game, basically your goal is get your or go around, get the book of human rights, and get back to your body and free
Wait, sorry. Wait, you're going to walkthrough mode. Wait. No. Like, will it all end? Like, will we get the band together? No. Let's say that. Will we get the band together?
That's Act 2.
The Deadbeats.
Act 2 is about getting the
But
band.
will.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's because
yeah.
that's what everybody wants, right?
Yeah. And well,
That's
that's definitely the goal. Whether or not it happens is up to the player.
so that's like interesting, because but wait, not everyone wants the band back together. Actually, that's maybe harder to make because everybody has their own personalities, which again everybody will learn as they play Winning Heights. Every band member has their likes and dislikes, and apparently they didn't end up so well.
Yeah.
A lot of them, so it may be not that easy to actually get them to on the same stage at the same time.
Yep. That's
Which
a,
is-
that's a big part of the story.
Dog at last.
Yeah. So basically,
Well done,
in the
Jane.
game, rather than convincing them, you have to possess each character and sign a contract and get them on stage. Which is a bit spoilery. but
That's
you sort of guessed that was the gameplay. So
that's pretty. How was it? Just manipulative, really.
it is,
Really?
but you're
That's-
basically a manager. But it's the only way to get your body back.
Oh, wait, what are you saying? It's your magic. It's your job to manipulate people, right?
Yeah.
Just one more note, and then we'll go because it's been longer than expected, but it's fun. I hope you liked it though, and I hope everyone who watches enjoyed it. Tell me about the contest. Tell me about the contest that it's running right now.
So we're on to celebrate the launch and to sort of try and get a bit of buzz around the game. We're doing a cover song contest. So we put up the lyrics, and you can if you watch our trailer, you get to hear the whole theme song for the Deadbeats. But you can also, I mean, that's up there now, but you can pick any song from the game. And if you do a cover version, and there's some details on wailingHeights.com, but basically if you stick it on YouTube and send us a link, then our favorite cover version will win £100 Steam voucher. So I mean, you sort of hear.
Wait. So just £100, not $100. £100, which is more games.
I think it was £100. Yes. Yeah. Wasn't it? Yeah, £100. Yes, £100 Steam voucher. So which that's probably like $140 or something more. I don't know. What's that in dollars?
Yeah, a really good budget for getting.
Yeah,
you
it's
can
like
get a lot of stuff.
$143 or something. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but first, please finish Winning Heights. That's
Oh no,
no.
yeah.
I mean, come on. You can't buy $140 worth of games without finishing.
That's true.
That's-
Well,
And yeah.
the more you play Wailing Heights, the more songs you'll hear, and the more variation you can put into your cover song. So you can obviously do the one we have already on the trailer, or you can pick a more obscure song from the game itself.
This has been fun.
And when is the contest ending?
It's 2 weeks after launch, I think. So
May 13th, something like that.
Yeah, sometime in May. Yeah, this is a great PR. Sometime in May. No, I have the date. It ends on the 13th of May. Friday the 13th
Wow.
of May. So
Is
it's
it Friday really?
Yeah, yeah. So it's
No,
all
tell me it's
over-
Friday. Oh, it would be cool if it was Friday.
So you have, if you want to do the Deadbeats theme song, you can have a look and start that now. Or if you want to do one of the other songs from the game, you have 2 weeks after launch to do one of those. And then yeah, send us a link, and then as I was saying, like, you can sort of see the play through the game. Not all the songs are like uber professional. There's some professional sounding songs, and there's some like warbler songs where they're just walking around a bar and singing. So even if you can't really sing, feel free to take part anyway. It's our favorite one. Maybe it could be the best one. Maybe it's the best song, or it could be sort of funniest one. It could be anything like that. So I've even
So it's not necessarily if you have a really great voice, you're going to win or something. It's
it's the one that sort of we like the best. Yeah, I've even talked. We're at Raised last week, and we're talking to some people there who are they're in a band. They're like heavy rock. So they're going to try and transform one of the songs into a heavy rock song.
Oh,
And there was I think there was a rapper who might take one of the songs, turn it into something different. And someone who just played the fiddle, they says they might just do a violin cover of one of the songs if they can learn it. So yeah, hopefully we'll see some interesting things coming out of it.
yeah. Would you use those? Like, maybe not release something for money, but like do a compilation of songs, for the competition, like
Well,
afterwards.
yeah.
Like
I don't think
these are the best, like
Well, I'll definitely. I think anything that I'm sure any good song.
like at least make a top. Like these were like the the top 10 that we liked. Something like that.
We'll put them in like some sort of YouTube list or some YouTube. They call it YouTube like a playlist, and then let people hear our favorite stuff. Yeah, definitely. Something like that.
So tell me where people can find you, like
So
online. Wailingheights.com, right?
if you go to wailingheights.com, you get all the information. If you go, we're also on Twitter as Outsider Games, and we're on Facebook as Outsider Games. And if you go directly to Steam and just search for Wailing Heights, you'll see us in the sort of coming soon section, so you can add us to your wish list, so sort of follow all our progress.
Yeah, there's a link to Wailing Heights' Steam page in the description, and to wailingheights.com if you want to go now. You can pre-order, you just put it on the wish list, as Steven said. It's just you put it on the wish list, you wait a couple of days, 4 days, 4 days. It's so quick, right? For 5 days, 6.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's going to be quick.
Yeah.
So wait, just one last question. Did you have to delay or anything? Did anything like? Did you hit any major snags along the way, along development?
There was a bit of snag with the audio, just because there was so much to go in. I mean, there sort of the sort of deadline. Our deadline was loose, but we only had a budget that lasts a certain amount of time. So but yeah, so I mean, having much more dialogue than I thought, and only having 2 actors, that obviously took up a lot of time editing those and putting them into the game. But it's just something that I had to do. I think production actually went pretty smooth, but there is times where sort of you went, no, okay, well, we'll go and put in those extra animations, which we sort of made an effort. We did say, okay, we're not going to launch till April, so we're going to spend time putting in the extra animations, putting in the extra art. But it wasn't so much. There was no real disasters, apart from some technology things or my computer broke and stuff. But they're all small things that weren't too bad. So yeah, once there was definitely some palpitations at some point when I had a look at what budget we left and what time I had left, but it all worked out.
Well, that's I really wish you good luck with the release, especially like as few bugs as possible, because that apparently that gets people, and I don't think it is fair, but like later on, like I really hope a lot of people give Wailing Heights a chance. That's the thing, because if they give it a chance and buy it, and really you don't have to, because Steam has the policy of 2 hours to return the game. Just buy it, really. That's my recommendation officially. Buy it, try it. If in like 10 minutes you don't fall in love with it, then well, we have a psychologist on staff here on Cryptic Hybrid, and we will find you. But yeah, it's yeah.
People will like the game, I hope.
Well, they don't have to, but it's like almost impossible, really, not to.
Thanks.
Like from the first beginning, it's you hear the theme song and you start singing it. Really, it's that good, and it's a lot better than these songs today. So I can't wait for the Dead Beats new album. So again, check out Wailing Heights. It's on Steam. You can find the links in the description. Wailingheights.com for basically more info about how the game was made, the characters, everything. The team at Outsider Games. Steven, thanks for so much for coming. If you want to say a few last words.
No, just want to say thanks, and please do check out the Steam page, and if you want to leave us a little comment on our community hub, we'd love to hear.
And buy it.
Yeah. And buy it. Yeah.
Buy the game. No, that's for me. Sorry, that's specifically for me. It is a good game. Buy it, really.
Awesome, thanks.
Okay, so I'm going to end the stream. Thank you again for allowing me to play the game, and then to have you here and answer so many questions. So nothing on the Polaris, and I was hoping I'd say, it's alright, next time when you release the next game, we'll ask you to play something on the flute. Would you do that actually?
I can do it, yeah.
Oh, nice. Next. So what are you doing next week? Oh, sorry, you're.
I'm months in the game.
Hmm? Now afterwards, come on, you have to take a break. You have to take a break. You
Hopefully
come
we'll
in.
have to
We'll play anything you want. We'll play anything you want on the stream. We'll talk and you'll.
I may take a few
Which
days off.
actually, yeah. That's you know what I think I think the whole team should take a few days off because it's you've done an amazing job
Thank you very
with
much.
Wailing Heights. It really feels like it's a game made by it's like a big studio with because it's like it had a lot of budget. Yeah. So thanks for watching. I'm Christian with Cryptic Hybrid. I almost said Zombie Japar. No, Cryptic Hybrid. Sorry. I'll see you again on the next live stream. And again, Wailing Heights, go buy it. Thank you and bye bye. And this is where this is like the after show, just so everybody knows, because I have to stop the stream, and until I do that, this is officially this is the after show. Thank you, everyone. Oh, we have nice. We had a lot of viewers, which is amazing, very nice. Just a quick note, a technical note. This video is going to be private until the 25th, but you can check it out afterwards. You can see that on the channel, and I'll try to do another gameplay video where it's just me talking. I know I'm boring, but good job, dudes. It looks great. It does look great. Sick. It is sick, especially the zombies look sick, really. Tara, oh nice. It's everybody who worked on it. You lose yourself in Wailing Heights, and truthfully, I can't wait. I hope it happens. I can't wait for more to explore more of Wailing Heights, because when I went around, I said, "This is the whole map. Like, I want more." So hopefully, it's going to be so. Okay, I'm going to stop the stream, and well, we're going to. Okay, bye.